According to the 2023 National Electrical Code, GFCI protection is required in bathrooms, kitchens, and other areas where water is used. There are two ways to achieve this protection. Firstly, circuit breaker GFCIs. Installing GFCI circuit breakers in the service panel provides protection to all the receptacles and appliances on that circuit. This method is typically more cost-effective and less labor-intensive than installing GFCI receptacles. Secondly, GFCI receptacles. Installing GFCI receptacles directly in the electrical boxes provides protection only to that specific outlet. However, it allows for more flexibility in terms of where protection is needed. It is generally recommended to use both approaches. Install GFCI circuit breakers in the service panel to provide general protection, and install GFCI receptacles in bathrooms and kitchens unless GFCI breakers are used specifically for the circuits to provide additional protection at the point of use. This combination provides the most comprehensive level of GFCI protection and ensures that all outlets and appliances in these areas are protected from electrical shock hazards. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a comprehensive set of standards and guidelines for electrical installations in the United States. It is published by the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and is updated every 3 years. The NEC is not law itself, but it is widely adopted by state and local jurisdictions for safety. GFCI, or Ground Fault Circuit Interrupter protection, is a critical safety feature designed to protect people from electrical shock. It works by monitoring the current flowing through a circuit and quickly interrupting the power if it detects a ground fault. A ground fault occurs when electricity flows through an unintended path to ground, such as through a person's body. Even a small amount of current, as little as 5 mA, can be enough to cause a dangerous or even fatal shock. GFCI protection is required in areas where there is a high risk of electric shock, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor locations. The NEC specifies the locations where GFCI protection is required. There are two main methods of providing GFCI protection. Firstly, GFCI circuit breakers, and secondly, GFCI receptacles. GFCI circuit breakers are installed in the electrical panel and provide protection for the entire circuit. When a ground fault is detected, the circuit breaker trips, cutting off power to the entire circuit. GFCI receptacles are installed in place of standard electrical outlets and provide protection only at that specific location. When a ground fault is detected, the receptacle trips, cutting off power to that outlet. When deciding between GFCI circuit breakers and GFCI receptacles, there are several factors to consider. Firstly, cost. GFCI circuit breakers typically cost more than GFCI receptacles. Secondly, ease of installation. GFCI receptacles are generally easier to install than GFCI circuit breakers. Thirdly, coverage. GFCI circuit breakers provide protection for the entire circuit, while GFCI receptacles only provide protection at its specific location. Fourthly, convenience. If a GFCI receptacle trips, only that outlet is affected. If a GFCI circuit breaker trips, the entire circuit is affected. The NEC allows for the use of either GFCI circuit breakers or GFCI receptacles to meet the GFCI protection requirements. However, in some cases, the NEC may require the use of both. For example, in a bathroom, the NEC may require GFCI protection for all receptacles, including those that are not readily accessible. In this case, a GFCI circuit breaker could be used to protect the entire bathroom circuit, and GFCI receptacles could be installed at each outlet for added protection. It is generally recommended to use both GFCI circuit breakers and GFCI receptacles to provide the most comprehensive level of GFCI protection. GFCI circuit breakers provide protection for the entire circuit, while GFCI receptacles provide additional protection at the point of use. This combination ensures that all outlets and appliances are protected from electrical shock hazards. When installing GFCI protection, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Incorrect installation can reduce the effectiveness of the GFCI protection and may even create a safety hazard. It is also important to test GFCI devices regularly to ensure that they are working properly. Most GFCI devices have a test button that can be used to verify that the device is functioning correctly. If a GFCI device fails to trip when tested, it should be replaced immediately. In addition to bathrooms and kitchens, GFCI protection is also required in other areas where there is a high risk of electric shock, such as outdoor locations, laundry rooms, and unfinished basements. The NEC specifies the locations where GFCI protection is required. The NEC also includes specific requirements for GFCI protection in swimming pools and spas. These requirements are designed to protect swimmers and bathers from electrical shock hazards. GFCI protection is a critical safety feature that can help to prevent electrical shock injuries and fatalities. By understanding the requirements of the NEC and following the manufacturer's instructions carefully, it is possible to provide effective GFCI protection in homes and businesses. Here's a more detailed breakdown of GFCI protection and its application according to the NEC. Firstly, understanding ground faults. A ground fault is an unintentional electrical path between a source of current and ground. This can happen when insulation on a wire fails or when water comes into contact with electrical components. Ground faults are dangerous because they can cause electrical shock, burns, and even death. Secondly, how GFCIs work. GFCIs are designed to detect ground faults and quickly interrupt the flow of electricity. They do this by monitoring the current flowing through the circuit. If the current flowing into the circuit differs from the current flowing out by more than a few milliamps, the GFCI will trip, cutting off power to the circuit. Thirdly, types of GFCIs. There are two main types of GFCIs. Firstly, GFCI receptacles, and secondly, GFCI circuit breakers. GFCI receptacles are installed in place of standard electrical outlets and protect against ground faults at that specific location. GFCI circuit breakers are installed in the electrical panel and protect the entire circuit against ground faults. Fourthly, where GFCIs are required. The NEC requires GFCI protection in various locations where there is a higher risk of electrical shock. Some common locations include bathrooms. All 125 volt, 15 amp and 20 amp receptacles installed in bathrooms must have GFCI protection. This includes receptacles near sinks, bathtubs, and showers. Kitchens. All 125 volt, 15 amp and 20 amp receptacles serving countertop areas must have GFCI protection. This includes receptacles for small appliances such as toasters, blenders, and coffee makers. Outdoors. All 125 volt, 15 amp and 20 amp receptacles that are readily accessible must have GFCI protection. This includes receptacles on patios, decks, and in gardens. Laundry areas. All 125 volt, 15 amp and 20 amp receptacles in laundry areas must have GFCI protection. This includes receptacles for washing machines, dryers, and irons. Unfinished basements. All 125 volt, 15 amp and 20 amp receptacles in unfinished basements must have GFCI protection. This is due to the increased risk of moisture and ground contact. Swimming pools and spas. The NEC has specific requirements for GFCI protection around swimming pools and spas. These requirements are designed to protect swimmers and bathers from electrical shock hazards. Fifthly, GFCI installation. GFCI receptacles are relatively easy to install and can be done by a homeowner with basic electrical knowledge. GFCI circuit breakers require more technical expertise and should be installed by a qualified electrician. It's crucial to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully during installation to ensure proper functionality and safety. Sixthly, testing GFCIs. GFCIs should be tested monthly to ensure they are working properly. Most GFCI receptacles and circuit breakers have a test button that can be used to verify their functionality. Pressing the test button should trip the GFCI, cutting off power to the circuit. If the GFCI does not trip when the test button is pressed, it should be replaced immediately. Seventhly, benefits of GFCI protection. GFCI protection provides a significant level of safety by reducing the risk of electrical shock, burns, and death. It is an essential safety feature in homes and businesses, especially in areas where there is a higher risk of moisture or ground contact. Eighthly, NEC updates. The NEC is updated every 3 years to reflect advancements in technology and address emerging safety concerns. It's important to stay up to date with the latest NEC requirements to ensure that electrical installations are safe and compliant. Ninthly, additional considerations. When choosing between GFCI receptacles and GFCI circuit breakers, consider the following. Firstly, cost. GFCI circuit breakers typically cost more than GFCI receptacles. Secondly, convenience. GFCI receptacles only protect the specific outlet, while GFCI circuit breakers protect the entire circuit. Thirdly, maintenance. GFCI receptacles may require more frequent testing and replacement than GFCI circuit breakers. Tenthly, local codes. In addition to the NEC, local building codes may have additional requirements for GFCI protection. It's important to check with the local building department to ensure compliance with all applicable codes. 11thly, professional advice. If unsure about GFCI protection requirements or installation procedures, consult a qualified electrician. A professional electrician can assess the specific needs and provide expert guidance on selecting and installing the appropriate GFCI protection. GFCI protection is a vital safety measure that significantly reduces the risk of electrical hazards. Understanding the NEC requirements, proper installation techniques, and regular testing are crucial for ensuring the effectiveness of GFCI protection. By implementing GFCI protection in accordance with the NEC and local codes, homes and businesses can create a safer environment for occupants.